Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz-zalimin. Assalamu alaikum, students of class 9. Today our topic is major environmental hazards and their remedies. What is the meaning of hazard? Hazard means risk and dangers. So the topic is what are the major environmental problems, risks or hazards, and what are their suggested remedies. Now write here the definition. All the things and factors around us that affects us directly are called environment. What is environment? All the things and factors around us that affect us directly are called environment. It includes physical features of the land, climate, soil, vegetation and other factors. Right here the next heading, influence of the environment on the activities. How the environment influences the activities of a person. Economic, political, social, religious, financial and all other activities which he performs in a specific area are under the influence of his or her environment. Hazard to human environment. Rapidly growing population creates many problems. On one side, we are facing the problem of attainment of self-sufficiency in food, while on the other side, we are facing rapidly decreasing agriculture resources, especially the problem of getting water shortage. It is a worldwide problem that water is getting shorter on the earth. So the main purpose of the government of the farmer is to get the self-sufficiency in food, but he is also facing many problems for attainment of the self-sufficiency. Fertile lands are being turned into barren ones. We must have knowledge of all these hazards. We must evaluate them and we find some adequate solution to eradicate these hazards. Now write here heading, major hazards of the environment. Today our environment is facing the following major hazards. Number 1, salinity and waterlogging, deforestation, desertification. Number 4, the increase in the environmental pollution. First topic is salinity and waterlogging. What is waterlogging? Nature has maintained a special water table under the ground for the fertility of the soil. By the seepage of the water, when the soil absorbs the water, then water table increases under the ground and it affects the crops. And what is the salinity? When the water level comes on the surface, then due to the heat of the sun, the water evaporates and the salt remains on the soil and the color of the soil or land becomes white. It is the saline, or this problem is called the salinity. Now start. The excess of underground water gives rise to the waterlogging, while the salinity caused by the lack of the underground water. Affected area. At present, about 20 million acres of land in Pakistan is suffering from salinity and waterlogging. It not only affecting the fertility of the soil, we are not getting the desired yield from the crops, but environmental pollution is also increasing. In the beginning, the desired yield is decreasing, and by the passage of time, the soil becomes barren. So it increasing the water pollution, environmental pollution is also increasing. Following are the major causes of the salinity and waterlogging. Number 1, seepage of canal water into the ground. Water table increases just because of the absorption of the canal water. Uneven fields. Old and traditional method of irrigation. Repetition of the same crops. These are the problems of salinity and waterlogging. Now the steps taken by the government. Right here the heading, steps taken by the government. The government of Pakistan has taken following measures to control the problem of salinity and waterlogging. Number 1, installation of the tube wells. Number 1, right here the heading, installation of the tube well. By the installation of the tube well, the water table goes down. The water obtained by tube wells bring decrease in the waterlogging. Number 2, cemented canal. The problem of waterlogging increases by the absorption of the water. So to stop the absorption problem, cemented canals are constructed. The bank of the canals and water channels are strengthened so that the water may not seep into the ground. Due to the cemented canal, the water may not seep into the ground. Number 3, proper irrigation system. Number 3, proper irrigation system. Introducing proper system of irrigating field is introduced by the government. Number 4, what is the 4th step taken by the government? Establishment of laboratories for the water and soil testing to save them from the diseases. Number 5, training of the farmer. Mostly our farmers are illiterate, so it is very necessary to train them, to do the counseling with them. So training and counseling of the farmer is also the main task of the government to stop the problem of salinity and waterlogging. Now the second topic, deforestation. D means removal. How the forests are removal from our land. Deforestation. Write the first heading, balanced economy. For the mild climate in a country, it is necessary that 20 to 25% of its total area consists of forest. But in our country, Pakistan, there are forests only 5% on its total area. We have just 5% forest on our total area. Right here the heading, reasons of deforestation in Pakistan. No increase has been seen in the area of forest since long. There are many reasons for shortage in the forest. Some important reasons are given below. Number 1, excessive cutting of trees. Increase in wood timber needs due to increase in the population. Increase in salinity and waterlogging, diseases of trees, decrease in the rainfall, breaking out of fire in the forests, environmental pollution, shortage in the river water. These are all the reasons of deforestation in Pakistan. Decrease in forests give rise to the following problems. Number 1, decrease in the income of the government. Increase in the soil erosion, climatic changes, decrease in water storage capacity of the dam due to sedimentation, decrease in the wildlife, deterioration in the environmental beauty and attraction, increase in the environmental pollution. What are the problems? Problems that government income has decreased. Increase in the soil erosion, soil becomes the fertile part of the soil erupted due to the decrease in the forest. Climatic changes are there, climates are going to very hot and less humid due to the less forest. Decrease in the water, the dams has a shortage of water capacity due to because the water coming from the river which falls in the dam contains many sand and soil, so it settled down in the bottom of the dam, which decreases the capacity of the storage of the water in the dams. Decrease in the wildlife. When the cutting of the forest, then wild animals and birds live in the forest. When the number decreases, so so wildlife find no homes for them, so they also decreases. Deterioration in the environmental beauty. Forests are the beauty of the land. By the decrease, both are affected. Increase in the environmental pollution. Environmental pollution is increasing because we know very well that plants, trees are the lungs of the earth. They purify the air. They produces oxygen for the living being. They absorb the carbon dioxide. So by the decrease in the number, the environmental pollution is increases. Now the step taken by the government. The government is striving hard to increase the area of the forest. Government takes many steps every year. Some of them are given below. Number 1. Tree plantation campaign. Tree plantation campaign is launched twice a year. First in February and then in August. Mid of the February and mid of the August, tree plantation campaign is started in Pakistan. Write the heading to create the trend of growing trees. The government imports various kinds of seeds. Nurseries are growing with the help of these seeds, and plants are provided to the people to create the trend of growing trees. What is the effort of the government? Government is importing the seed from the other countries, and it provided to the nurseries. Nurseries are producing plants. They are the small plants in the nurseries, and they provide the people to increase the trend of the growing trees. Number 3. Advertisement campaign is launched through the electronic and print media to create the awareness among the people how important it is to increase the area of the forest. It can be hoped that area of the forest would be improved by the step taken by the government. Now write the heading, result of the government steps. In order to make the plantation campaign more effective and successful, it should be extended to the schools and colleges. The students of school and colleges should be involved in the tree plantation campaign. Strict legislation should be can also be helpful in preventing the theft of the trees. It means the government should make strict legislation for the theft of the trees. Now student, this is the end of our today's topic.